Trubisky. Dan is going to throw this one into a team meeting.
Yeah, Greeny, this is just man-to-man coverage. All you got to do is read that drop-down safety. The in route is wide open, but Mitchell Trubisky's playing YOLO ball and throwing it wherever he wants, equals a touchdown. Then I love the fact that Green Bay comes back, takes the play-action shot. They get the tight end to bend out, cross face to the safety. Easy touchdown for this Green Bay Packers and number 12.
Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns. The Bears lose their 5th straight. 41-25 is the final score on Sunday Night Football. And with that performance, Rodgers now has 5 games this season with 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. That is already 1 game shy of the all-time record set by Peyton Manning in 2013. Manning won the MVP that season. Rodgers is certainly in that conversation this season. And so it feels like another game where the winning team, it's just easy to see, right? Rodgers, spectacular, they just dominate. But RC, let's talk about the Bears, who are a team that were 5-1 at one point this season. Now what do we say about them?
The Chicago Bears hibernate in the den of hopelessness. And obviously they aren't following protocol in Chicago, because whatever the offense had very early on in the year, the defense has now caught it. The defense is now testing positive for suck. And when you play against the Green Bay Packers and you allow Aaron Rodgers to do what he did last night offensively, to play a flawless game, to not get hit in the pocket, for Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams to be able to run the football like that, you don't stand a chance. The reason we gave him a chance was we felt like if Mitchell Trubisky could create some things with his legs, if the offense could actually move the ball, we knew that this defense was good enough. Now they have nothing. Now the defense has given up. Now the offense is showing you no matter who the quarterback is, no matter who the play caller is, they won't be able to create points in critical moments. And so if you're the Chicago Bears, you pack this season up and you figure out where this started and when you can end it. And you end it as fast as you can. You find a quarterback, you find a new head coach, and you move forward in 2021.
Starting to feel that way. I don't disagree. Rex, let me come to you on that defense. Does there come a point where a really good defense watches their offense and just says, you know, I just can't do it anymore. We just give up on this thing here. Is that what you think we see with the Bears defense here?
I think we see that with the Bears. We definitely do. But if you're a really good defense, that never happens. Look, I've been on some horrendous teams. Ryan Clark, same thing. We've been part of great defenses, and it doesn't look like that. You don't give up 200 rushing yards to the Green Bay Packers. And 4 touchdowns, by the way, to Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. Like, they have, I've said it forever, that I think it's the most talented defense in the league. But they don't play that way. And that's the thing. I don't care. You almost take it as a thing like, look, offense, give us 10 points, we're going to win. I've been a part of those teams. We won a Super Bowl when we never scored an offensive touchdown for 5 weeks in a row. Why? Because we were the real deal. And you ain't the real deal in Chicago, and I don't know why. Because you got to take it as almost like a, you know, hey, we can do it, man. I want to show you how big my shoulders are. Put the whole team on our backs, and it ain't happening.
Meanwhile, Dan, let me come to you on the other side of the coin here. Aaron Rodgers. I started the conversation by saying he's in the MVP discussion. What are you seeing from him and his team right now?
Yeah, the MVP is a 2-man race right now between Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. But I'd say 3 things that are really starting to stand out for the Packers as the weeks go on. Number 1, we got to start putting Matt LaFleur into one of the better head coaches in the NFL conversation. The body of work is big enough. He should be in the head coach of the year conversation as well. Number 2, how easy things are looking for this offense. I mean, if you want to watch an offense operate, so much is easy on all the players. And that comes down to having a very clear vision of how to attack the defense, having a very clear vision of what you're good at, and then your guys executing at a very high level. And then the third thing is this. I don't know, outside of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, if there is going to be a quarterback and head coach or play caller that I'm going to trust more as we head into the last 4 or 5 weeks in this season in the playoffs as I will with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. Take Mahomes and Andy Reid out. I trust Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers to be completely ready to play in whatever game they have to play in and execute at a crazy high level and make the challenging, big-time, big-moment plays. I think I trust those guys more than anybody left heading into the playoffs outside of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. Allen Lazard being back is a huge part. And the Packers, if their defense just doesn't stink, are going to be brutally tough to beat.
RC, really quick, you played Aaron Rodgers in a Super Bowl when he was as good as anyone's ever been. How close to that does he look right now?
He's extremely close. I think he is that. He doesn't move around as much, but the way that he's being protected when Aaron Rodgers has clean feet, he's making throws that only he and probably Patrick Mahomes can make right now in the NFL. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him be able to get it to Tunyon, whether it's Lazard, Devontae Adams on the outside, Aaron Jones out of the backfield. Aaron Rodgers is playing at an extremely high level, at an MVP level, at an all-pro level, and that's what it's going to take for this team to win, and he's doing it week in and week out.
Okay, so we begin with Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, spectacular performances. Aaron Rodgers, spectacular performance. How about another one yesterday's marriage between the coach and the quarterback develop? What are you seeing?
Oh, man, I see Bruce Arians, can I just say, once we heard him say, we wanted to give him the Lombardi trophy, because we made an assumption. The assumption, Greedy, was that you're going to put your player in the best position to be successful.
And he's not.
What would you do? You would go and you'd say, okay, Brady, we're going to run your offense. They don't do that. I don't care what people say. Here we are getting ready to play in December, and they're still not running Tom Brady's offense. The worst thing, I'm going to say Bruce Arians was a heck of a football coach. The worst thing that ever happened to Bruce Arians was when the no risk it, no biscuit caught fire. Now he's into this. This is who I am and all that stuff. Man, you were a great football coach. It wasn't about your hat. It wasn't about your slogans or any of that other BS. Go back to doing what you would do. Put your player in the best possible situation. Tom Brady, we're running your offense. All right? Why? Because you had a hell of a lot more success than we've ever had as coaches or anything else. So to me, that's the biggest disappointment.
Danny, let's talk about the offense that they are running, because you've been saying it for a while, and I've been saying it for a while, and yesterday Tony Romo was saying it on the telecast. Are they running the right offense?
Absolutely not. The Buccaneers offensively are the walking definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Here's my thing. Last week I ranted on the motion. All right, so now this week you have no plan for pressure? Like there's no way to communicate at the line of scrimmage. What's our plan for pressure? How are we going to communicate against it? And how are we going to execute with it? And then the lack of play action pass. Like the lack of play action pass is something that I've talked about for about 6 weeks with this offense. Tom Brady, by every measure right now, is the second-ranked play action passing quarterback in the NFL. It keeps him clean. It helps their offensive line use protection. It creates some of the chunk passes. They ran it 5 times yesterday. 5. So last week, you ran motion 6 times. Yesterday, you run play action pass 5 times. He goes 4 for 5, 83 yards in a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes ran play action pass 17 times. Right now, Bruce Arians is wasting Tom Brady. He got served a silver platter, on a silver platter, the greatest quarterback to ever play. And all you had to do was use him the right way. And he's completely failing Tom, and I've got fear that it's going to bury this football team this season.
So you and I see that the same way. Ryan Clark, following you on Twitter as I do, and getting the chance to chat with you often as I do, I clearly get a sense that you don't think it's all on the coaching here. What are you seeing?
No, I heard Rex talk about his assumption, right? The assumption was that under Bruce Arians, we would get the 5,000 yards that Jameis Winston had last year, but because of Tom Brady, we wouldn't get the mistakes. Nobody said that they'd get Tom Brady. Bruce Arians would change what he does, and that's why Tom Brady wouldn't turn the ball over. No, we thought that Tom Brady wouldn't turn the ball over because he's freaking Tom Brady. And we thought that you would get all of this explosion because you had Mike Evans, who, guess what, was good with Bruce Arians. Because you had Chris Godwin, who, guess what, was good with Bruce Arians. So we know that Chris Godwin can do these things Bruce Arians is asking to do. We know that Mike Evans can do these things that they're asking him to do, but we thought once you got Tom Brady, you would eliminate mistakes, but that hasn't happened. So now what we want to do is, oh, Bruce, you're wrong. Oh, Byron Leftwich, you're not calling the right plays. Look how much Patrick Mahomes gets to play action. No, Tom Brady has to take some of this as well. He's missed more. He's been off target more than anybody in the NFL, 87 times. That ain't coaching. Having an open guy and not putting the ball on him isn't coaching. That is player-led. That is player-driven. And at some point, we're going to have to stop saying that everything that ever happens bad to Tom Brady is because he has bad coaching. No, say it. Number 12 ain't playing good. They can change some things, yes, but 12 has to be better, and he even said it himself.
Go ahead, Rex.
No, I mean, I agree. Brady certainly has to be better. But this is a 42-year-old man.
43.
He's a 43-year-old guy. And all we're going to do is we're going to drop him back more than any quarterback in the league, like 67% of the time. Where's the running game? That's the reason you don't run play action, because you don't run the darn football. And to me, this thing is mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. And when Peyton Manning had a similar situation, he went to Denver. What happened there? Peyton ran the whole darn thing. Why wouldn't you take your